Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Saturday night, under the lights, UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. Are you ready? It's Dalton United, Atlantic City FC, and it's next.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures!
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Caribbean International Shipping Services is a freight consolidator. We are an international freight consolidator. We provide services to over 24 countries in the Caribbean, South and Central America.
We have a very professional and wonderful, diverse staff, including nationals from Jamaica, Guyana, United States, Trinidad, Belize, Costa Rica.
If you would like to contact us, you can stop by our office that is located at 3048 Millen Road in Lithonia, Georgia. You can feel free to give us a call at 770-323-1111 or send us an email at info@mycaribship.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to ASMG TV for our second match of the doubleheader today. Atlanta City FC versus Dalton United FC. Larry Weaver here bringing you all the action, getting ready for the walkouts and the national anthem. We'll step away, and when we get right back, we will give you all the coverage and ready for the kickoff again at Duluth High School. Opening ceremony just getting wrapped up here at Duluth High School. Larry Weaver here alongside Andre Bomar. We'll bring Andre in. And Dre, it's been a big week here. We've only had 2 matches in, and it's already shaping up to be a massive, massive weekend because we just got word that FC Birmingham went to Atlanta United Training Grounds and won 2-0.
Yeah, there's sort of a shocker there. Atlanta United, of course, always a perennial power for the division. FC Birmingham traveling to Atlanta United's training ground, getting goals from Giancarlo Bustamante for the first one, and I think it was Saipan for the second goal there, and a clean sheet. So a great result for FC Birmingham as they, look to improve upon results from last season. And what a way to do it this season.
Absolutely, what a way to do it. We look at the scores from week 1. Potros FC beating SSL 1-0. FC Birmingham, they lost to Georgia Revolution 3-2. Georgia Athletic, they won 2-1 over North Georgia United. Kalonji Pro Profile with a 3-1 victory over FC Atlanta. 2-2 draw for Atlanta City versus Legends FC, and a 6-1 drubbing of Atlanta United over Dalton United. So Dalton needs something today. Just about ready to get kicked off here. Dalton United is going to be in their traditional black and red kits. They're going to be moving from right to left. Atlanta City in their white tops and red shorts. They're going to be moving from left to right. They're going to be the ones that are going to get us underway. Just about ready to kick off the first 45. Here we go here at Duluth High School. This is our first attendance here at Duluth High School. Atlanta City making the change here early in this spring season over to this new facility. And Dre, already I can see this is a much improved location from their previous setting.
This is sort of a world-class type of facility, and it is a step up from where they were at Lakeside. Before. All the amenities are here, a nice spacious area, very friendly to the fans as well. So hopefully we'll get a good match here from the defending playoff champions Atlanta City against the defending division champions Dalton United.
There's an early foul here just in the first minute. Absolutely gorgeous spring day, 61 degrees here at Duluth High School, winds at about 13 miles an hour. You're really starting to come into this bowl, and you can feel it down there on the pitch. So these guys are going to feel a little bit of a brisk setting as this day goes on and we go under the lights fully.
Yeah, you wonder if that's going to have any type of effect to the players. The cooling temperatures coming in, the sun's going down now. That could change the complexion a little bit, but these teams are, I'm sure, are up for this match. It's going to be a vital result, I think, to see which way these two teams will start this season out.
And when we talk about results, we just came from Silverbacks Park where we had the match of FC Atlanta versus UMAFC. UMA's first match here in the spring. Really good competition back and forth. UMA looked to be the stronger team late in that second half. They just couldn't pull out that victory goal. Ends in a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, a very back and forth game that we witnessed there. Very entertaining, and you know, UMA looks like they're picking up right where they left off. But FC Atlanta, very impressive with their play today. Very attack-minded. Maybe a little help needed in the finishing department. They had many opportunities to pull out the full 3 points, but for a lack of finishing, they couldn't quite do it. But still a fine result for them with that 2-2 draw.
And here with Atlanta City, you want to keep your eyes on center midfielder number 20, Flowers, right there. That just got a header on it. He was really one of the main men that helped Atlanta City pull off that Cinderella story in the fall playoffs here in the Georgia Conference and pull off from a 7th seed all the way through to win the playoffs here in Georgia and move on to the national championship. Here's an opportunity for Atlanta City early. Tried to slide that in, was number 7, Jimmy. He wasn't able to do so. It's going to be a corner, though.
Real sloppy play there for Dalton United in the back. Their lazy pass that was intercepted could have gone anywhere.
It's going to be an outswinger. Deflected by Dalton, and that one just able to get a paw on it, and it gets cleared out again for a corner. That was a real opportunity there, Dre.
Yeah, that almost developed in slow motion, and that ball looped up over the back line there and almost got through.
It's going to take an outswinger again, whipped in, headed away.
Oh, miss.
Chance for Mejia. Oh, and he just missed that one. And again,
inches.
that's going to be another corner. Let's take away real quick with the first one. You see here the first one, he had to get a paw on it, Frere, and he just gets enough on it and whips it wide.
Yeah.
We'll bring up the second one here in just a second, because here comes another. This one's going to be an in-swinger. Whipped into the box, headed, and that one just goes wide. We'll take a look at that second opportunity. You can see here, as this one comes in, it gets spilled out to the top of the box. Mejia gets a free shot, a little bit of a deflection, and it ends up going wide, but not by much. Atlanta City really putting it on Dalton here in these first 5 minutes.
Oh, here's a little break.
Here's an opportunity for Dalton, moving up the side. Villatoro, number 9, moving up from the back. He's going to earn the throw. Got to be careful with Dalton United's throws. You might as well call these glorified corners. Throw coming in, into the box. Made the turn was Dalton. He's at the top of the box. He takes a shot easily in the back of the net. Keeper was just locked into position. Nothing he could do. Back of the net for Dalton.
Yeah, I mean,
by the player Dalton. Don't take a word. It's not just Dalton. His actual last name is Dalton.
Yeah, coincidence there. But, man, Larry, he was allowed to turn there. I was wondering if they were going to try to close him down, but he just evaded the defense there and was able to turn and get a shot off, and it went in.
Quickly made into the back of the net here in the 6th minute. Dalton United takes a 1-0 lead.
Oh, largely against the run of play, too, there, Larry. I mean, Atlanta City had all of that pressure early in the first couple of minutes, 3, corner kicks there. Came very close to getting it in, but then got hit really quickly there in the response by Dalton United. That's why they're a great team.
And that's why they've been at the top of the leaderboard these last few seasons.
Let's see what the response is going to be here. Atlanta City, they're pressing.
And that ball goes out.
I mean, it's so early too, Larry, in this game that I'm sure no strategy needs to be changed. Atlanta City were pressuring pretty well in the first few minutes, but it does ask questions about that defense. They were slow to respond to Dalton as he came across the middle at the penalty area and was allowed to turn and take his shot, and boy, did he punish him for that.
I'm trying to see if I could get an updated information because number 14 was not on our information.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get an update there. I wonder if they're going to.
Working down that far side is Atlanta City. Foul going to be committed there, and this is going to be the first yellow card right off the bat. Our center official he's yellow card issued to number 17 here in the 8th minute. And I don't have a name for number 17 for Arroyo. It's Arroyo that is number 17, excuse me. I just don't have any information on number 14.
We'll see what we can do to
because
get that
I have a number 4, Valverde, but I do not have a 14. But what I was going to say was when that play happened with Dalton, the player Dalton, number 14 for Atlanta City just kind of stuck his hip out, didn't really put a challenge on him, which gave him the space to make that shot, which ended up in a goal for Dalton United.
Yeah, you got to put a body on him, and you got to get in front of him. But some type of challenge has to happen. He made it too easy for him, and he had a lot of room and time on that ball, and so it's not surprising a team as experienced as Dalton and a player as experienced as Dalton could score that in a situation like that. So it gets play started back here.
Back underway is Atlanta City. Moving over on that far side. Moving over here to Sala. Keeper gets us back underway.
It opened with a real high pace, but at some point, I think these teams are going to settle into their own strategies, and Dalton is more used to that short pass movement that they're famous for. But
Foul committed there.
Yeah, Atlanta City is known for their speed, and so they're going to want to keep a high pace, I think.
Well, one of the faces that I saw come into the locker room pregame that's not out there right now is a name that we know oh too well here in the UPSL Georgia Conference, that being Camus Jaden. We know how much pace he has.
Yeah, I mean, game against Legend, he was very, very much into the attack. He soaked up a lot of the Legends' attention and played havoc with him. But, yeah, you wonder if they're going to miss it.
Working down that far side. It's going to be Dalton. Sent forward. Great ball. Can he get around the defender? Just able to get enough of that is the defender. Quintero wins. I believe that's a throw going to be for Dalton. Yes, it is. And like I said, Dre, you got to worry about Dalton with these throws because they have this long throw. We've seen it time and time again, lead to goals. It's almost like a set piece.
Yeah, it's almost like a free kick in some aspects. So.
Look at that. Coming into the box, headed, down, shot. What a great save by the keeper. He had to get that right, David Malaga, and he got it right there. I'm sure he felt that one because that one went right into the abdomen. We'll take a look at it again here.
Yeah, he took that.
This one coming in from Villatoro into the box. It bounces. You never want that to happen. Shot taken by number 19 right into the abdomen. Cleared out. Saika had an absolute open shot on goal. This is going to be an in-swinger corner. Low, cleared. Working that far side. That ball is going to get knocked out to be a throw for Atlanta City. Atlanta City holding off the pressure of Dalton.
Yeah, Dalton's returning that pressure that Atlanta City had early on in the match, and this is going to be probably the theme of the game here, this back and forth action.
Atlanta City moving from the back. A little bit of a slow pass forward, had to come back for it.
Ooh.
Absolutely mess of a shot by Valverde. So Valverde is out there, number 4. I just don't know who number 14 is. We'll figure it out eventually. We'll get it to you, folks. Ferrer grabbing that ball. Dalton United, if you watched us on the first week, a lot of the same players are out there. They're just wearing different numbers. So if you're a scout, I apologize.
Yeah, we're going to have to get them to assign these numbers.
Malaga grabs that ball. Good opportunity for Malaga. I've seen Malaga through the youth system. Great keeper. Unfortunately, he was just set in concrete when that ball was sent in by Dalton, and nothing he could do. And it's 1-0 right now. Dalton United making the trek all the way from Dalton United down here, down 75. Just about a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, really disappointing outing for Dalton last week against Atlanta United.
Yeah, it's not something that we are used to seeing them getting a beating like that. Great sliding tackle there. Had to get it right, and he did so. Was number 18 for Atlanta City.
He almost got a second crack at it after the tackle, but it was a good intervention from the Atlanta City defender there as they asked for a
center officials
ball.
asking for a replacement equipment.
Gonna have to pump up that other ball. And we're back at it.
I've been really impressed with the pace so far, Dre.
Yeah,
on both sides.
Exactly. I mean, we see here Dalton's not really pressing very much right here. They're kind of waiting. I think they do want to pounce.
Dalton holding their shape really well. That ball's cleared out. Will be a throw for Dalton. This match was originally scheduled for 4 p.m. Atlanta City changing venues over to Duluth High School from the previous location, which caused time change. A little bit of an issue for Dalton, but they worked it out.
Yeah, it was a late change, and those things can be difficult to adjust to, particularly with referee assignments and things of that nature. But managed to get it all sorted and get the game on. It is a much better venue here for them, so it's going to be a better experience for the fans and a better field for the players themselves. So
this is going to be a free kick for Atlanta City. This one is about 15 yards or so out of the box, so almost 35 plus yards out. Almost on the far side hash. Lifted into the box, tried to head it, and it just bounces all the way through, but it is going to be considered, no, the center official overrides the AR and calls it a goal kick. I think that's the right call, Dre.
Yeah, it does look like that. There were a lot of white shirts forward, but nobody could get a body part on the ball itself, and it just harmlessly goes out for a goal kick.
Dalton United playing tonight without their veteran center back, Villalobos. He was injured in the last match.
Yeah, he's got a serious arm injury, elbow.
Wish him all the best. Hope he gets back on the pitch relatively quickly.
Yeah, that's a big loss of a lot of experience for Dalton.
Dalton elect to go back to the back line. Number 12, Taylor. He slots it over to that far side. Turn. Moving forward is Vanda Essen. He slides it all the way over, crossed the pitch. More of a WWE tackle there.
Yeah, I think he lost his balance and he didn't want the city player to.
Yeah, Villatoro, he really didn't. He lost position and elected just to take the player down instead of giving him an opportunity.
Yeah, again, you see Dalton's laying back a little bit, kind of soaking up pressure. I think, kind of a lazy attempt at clearance there. That's going to be a corner, is it? No, they're going to go goal kick. Thought it had gone out off of one of the Dalton players, but it will be a goal kick. Yeah, an interesting strategy there for Dalton. They do look like they want to hit Atlanta City on the break by sitting back, and it might be because they're a little bit afraid of that the speed that Atlanta City possesses, especially on the wings. Although you don't have Camus Jaden.
Well, and they also don't have Thierry Jules today either.
Yeah. I'm not sure why the absence. These guys play in a lot of different competitions, so it could be a situation like that.
Sent forward, cut off by Dalton there in the midfield. Quintero trying to control it, not able to do so. Goes back. Dalton now in the midfield. He slides it back to the back line, moving forward. Over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez making a round. Gets it up to Quintero. Quintero goes back to Rodriguez. Trying to give and go. I believe they're going to call that ball. Went over the line. It'll be out for a throw for Atlanta City. Bit of a slow response between center official and the AR there.
Yeah, it's interesting. A very experienced referee crew that we have here, but this game is at such a pace that it's going to be hard for even them to keep up with some of the action.
Well, you got to keep your head on a swivel, you know.
Yeah.
Here comes Quintero now.
Dalton looking very comfortable on the ball.
Going all the way back to the keeper. He sends it long. Headed forward.
Nicely done.
Controlled by Villatoro.
Good tackle.
Good tackle by Atlanta City. Allows Malaga to get there.
Now This half is just zipping along here. We're already 21st minute.
Valverde goes back. It's over to Sala. Just working through, center back moving forward. Over to Sala. Sala just having acres of space to move forward. Jimmy taking off the ball. He's still on the attack. Good work by number 7, Jimmy, to not give up on that ball. Sent forward. Handled by Valverde. Back and forth we go. Valverde going back to Malaga. Sala now. Good turn there. Just not able to control it, but he allowed Mejia to have the space to gain possession for Atlantic City. Valverde. Starting to see some possession by Atlanta City. Need to find some confidence. Sala. Jimmy now. Dalton closing space on Atlanta City.
Ooh, ran it out, unfortunately, there.
Not giving them any path forward, Dre.
Yeah, I mean, a good little sequence there, though, from City. They held the ball well, good passing. Both teams are really attempting to do that possession-type passing, and it's working well for them. But, you know, you got to have the end product, and you don't want to end it by dribbling the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, tiki-taka works well.
Oh.
But when it works bad, it
Well,
looks
fairly
really
so.
awful.
Yeah, it does.
There's going to be a free kick here. But that's one of the things that we talk about all the time, Dre. When it's here in this in fourth tier U.S. soccer, it's really the possession part of the game that players and teams are building, because that's what takes you to the next level, is being able to maintain possession.
Yeah, I mean, that really is it as we take the free kick here.
Shot taken low, grabbed by Ferreira. That was good. That was a good attempt.
Not a bad attempt at all. He got it past the wall there and forced the goalkeeper to make a diving save, and so that could have gone in.
But like we're saying, when you watch soccer up the ranks, the one thing that you see that is the biggest part of the improved product, it's possession.
Yeah, and that's something I waited to see. After the Community Cup with Dalton, you know, they won the Community Cup, but they did not look that great in possession. Neither team did in that game, and I think it's down to it being the first competitive match of the season. But what a night and day change today. I mean, they look very comfortable on the ball, good polishment as they go down this right side.
Quintero trying to look for a path. He's just not able to find anything.
You know, City blocking in pretty good there in defense, and City has been a little bit more aggressive in pressing like there. When Dalton do have the ball, they really want to
Foul there.
really want to not give them much time on the ball.
We already got a yellow card in the 8th minute. So center official not afraid to open up the book early in this match. Christopher Haggerty is our center official tonight.
Yeah, Haggerty's been a strong referee here in the UPSL for some time.
Sala trying to get it to Jimmy and just a little too slow with that pass. Look at Flowers coming back, winning that possession. Like I said, Flowers is a man among men, or among young men.
Yeah.
He's an alpha.
The tenaciousness of the challenges of Atlanta City is paying dividends for them. They are pressuring enough to get that possession back, not giving Dalton very much time on the ball at all. And The question is, can they keep that high pace up? I mean, it's going to take a lot to do that for an entire game. He's dispossessed there on the left side there.
Dalton working on that far side, trying to send it into the box. Nobody there. Easily for Malaga to just control it. He's going to send it up to Sala. Allow City a new path forward.
I wonder if Dalton's pacing themselves here.
Sala trying to work through the gears there and gets taken down by Quintero. It's going to be a free kick right at center line. Sent into the box, grabbed by the keeper. We're seeing balls forward for Atlanta City, but they really haven't had a lot of teeth in them since about 5 minutes in, Dre.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they had that big flourish early and did manage to get the goal, largely against the run of play. But
Dalton
City
gets
has been
taken down there right about at center circle.
Give him another opportunity to get in the other direction. But yeah, I mean, City has looked a more threatening side since that time, since the goal.
Yeah. That gives us an opportunity when we say center circle. Don't forget, Center Circle podcast just dropped this morning on the ASMG YouTube channel. Take a look, Andre, Bomar, and myself. We talk about all that was the fall 2023 season here in the Premier Division for UPSL Georgia.
What a season it was, and now I'm looking forward to this season being even better.
Throw deep, deep in Atlanta City's third. Gives Dalton an opportunity. Quintero, he tries to control it. Filatoro, that ball gets knocked out. It's going to be a throw, but at least a little bit of breathing room for Atlanta City's defense.
That's the one question mark I think we have right now is, you know, the way that the City is playing, you know, they're getting a lot on the front foot, putting Dalton on the defense. But how does it look for them when they're defending? They've already been breached once.
Here comes another long throw into the box, headed. Trying to take a big swipe at that. He's got to be careful. He's in the box. He could easily end up getting a penalty for something like that.
It's in.
That's headed away, controlled by Atlanta City.
Yeah, that's the thing. What's going to happen with Atlanta City when Dalton are in these attacking postures here in the final attacking third? They look a little shaky, and their best defense might be a very good offense.
Ball into the top of the box.
Oh,
not the best clearance.
There's your clearance.
But clearance finally by Valverde. He's able to get it forward to Arroyo. Arroyo works around two men.
Nice work.
Slides it across to Jimmy. Now Jimmy's moving forward. He puts too much pace on that ball, and he's not able to run that down. It's rolled out, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, he wanted to use his speed there. He did that against Legends in the first game and scored that first goal for them. Wanted to lead that ball in and run around him and try to get a shot on goal. And at some point, he might get that opportunity.
We're back underway. Not able to get a head on it and sent back forward by Atlanta City. That one gets through. Quintero, he controls it. Trying to get around Mejia. Try to stop and go. Mejia holds his ground, and he wins the foul. That's a great work by Mejia, number 8 for Atlanta City.
Yeah, good work by the defender there to get himself in between the player and the ball as he tried to cut back. And he was able to draw the foul and get possession back for his City.
Yeah, when he saw Quintero was going to stop, he immediately went right into space, controlled it, gave Quintero no opportunity but to fouling.
Oh.
Here's a ball forward, controlled by Flowers. He gets it over to Arroyo. Arroyo not able to control it. A little bit of a back and forth. No one can decide what they want to do, and it allows the ball to get free from Dalton. Quintero now. He goes over to the far side, looking for a man. He loses it.
City's just more tenacious in the challenge. On those 50-50 balls, they're getting that possession back.
Good ball forward.
Nice.
Arroyo trying to run it down, not going to be able to get there in time.
Just a bit too much. Interesting way the game is kind of developing. I mean, City is definitely in the attacking posture. Dalton trying to soak it up and hit him on the break, but except for that goal, they're not really getting down to get that final ball to their attackers.
That ball gets knocked out, will be a throw for Atlanta City that they quickly take. And then they end up giving it right back to them. As you can see, the wind whipping on the AR's flag as well as the corner flags. Like we said, it's
gusting pretty good.
gusting up to 13 miles an hour. Here's an opportunity. Atlanta City just not able to get a foot on that ball, and he just kind of hacks at it, and it's out, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, I think it maybe spun up on him in an unexpected way, and
yeah, that's kind of one of those ones you want back.
Yeah,
because you know you had something there.
Okay, something
Center is coming over to talk to, I think he's talking to the fourth official or potentially to, I don't know. I believe he's talking to the fourth official there, Dre.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. Looking at his watch, I wonder if maybe a discrepancy with the clock.
Well, the clock looks dead on with our clock.
Not sure what, don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was looking at his watch, and I didn't know if perhaps there was a discrepancy that they noticed with the game clock. I don't know.
Yeah, the game, that one's going to be called out. It'll be a throw.
Just a step too far from it's caught offside. So we'll get this throw in for City.
City back underway here. Deep in their box, but they're able to free it, get it over to Salah on this near side. Salah keeps having great runs forward. He's able to get the ball up to Arroyo. Arroyo trying to give it over there in the mid, not able to do so, and Dalton just easily retained possession.
Dalton from Dalton goes down. That'll give Dalton another opportunity, to get set up for another attempt to get down there.
Good little movement there. Saka, number 19. Villatoro not able to control that.
I think a lot of that is down to the Atlanta City pressure.
Here comes Villatoro. Cut off by Mejia. He's dancing in that midfield.
They need some help though.
Yeah, he just didn't have any space to go anywhere. No foul given by the center official. Allows Dalton to have possession. Quintero, he's looking for somewhere to go. He's going to have to go far side. Back to the keeper. Rodriguez getting closed down. Has to get help from the keeper to clear it out. Villatoro, he's trying to get it forward. He's able to get it to his man forward, number 7, Van de Essen, but the defense for Atlanta City were able to win possession, but Van de Essen,
a lot of that, he lost his footing.
That was very interesting. I don't even have words for that, Dre. He was taken down by himself.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few of the players losing their footing on the pitch. We did have rain earlier in the day.
Yeah, we were down on the pitch before the match, and it didn't seem like it was too quick. But definitely you can see that, I guess, maybe in pockets they're still feeling the effects of the rain from this morning.
Possibly.
Valverde Going on the far side. Works around the man, moving forward. Not able to find that channel of passing lane. Quintero, he makes a turn. Finding space, trying to lift it forward. That ball still finds its way through, bounces off the post.
Off the post.
That should have been a goal for Dalton United.
Almost like the first one. I mean, they sit back and wait and wait and wait, and then they move into that final third, and that's where I think the vulnerability is for Atlanta City, is that defense.
Here comes another throw. I think we should have kept a stat tonight just for how many throws Villatoro has. His arms are going to be tired tomorrow. Rodriguez gave it over to Vanda Essens.
There they go.
Dalton now.
City trying to close them down.
They're going to have to go all the way back to Hoitanda, who goes back to the keeper. Dalton, he's able to get it forward. I believe they're going to call a foul and call it back.
Yeah, sometimes the referees will try to look and see if there's going to be an advantage.
It's been quite frantic these last few minutes, Dre, as we're in the 38th minute.
Yes, it's losing a little bit of its composure going back and forth the way they are, but they're trying to get it there. Dalton, if they get into that final third, are looking very threatening, but Atlanta City is the team that has more of a attack mindset, I think.
Lifted forward towards the box. Villatoro heads it across, but cleared away by Atlanta City. That one sent straight up into the heavens. But Atlanta City still able to somehow get it at least into the midfield. And there's a foul committed on Dalton.
Heavy collision.
I believe Jimmy came down on him just a little bit.
Yeah, they both went into that challenge really heavy, and I think Dalton's come out the worst for wear there. Like he might be able to shake it off. He's going to get back up. Jimmy Lee Noel is there.
This is one of the times that we can talk, Dre, when we talk about rules and the differences between the levels of play here in the U.S. One of the big changes in the MLS, with it being if a player is injured and a trainer has to come onto the pitch, that player is ineligible to come back on the field for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's something that we don't have down here in the UPSL. Ball in, great ball. But it gets knocked out. It'll be a throw for Atlanta City. That's one, it's the differences between the levels that some rules are down here at the lower levels and some rules are not.
Yeah, I know that if play is stopped for an injury and the training comes on, the player does have to go off the field, but it's not a 3-minute time limit for them here in
We got another injury. This one being Villatoro. He has been working overtime so far this first half for Dalton. He looks to be okay.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, here in the UPSL, they'll have to go to center to the fourth official, check in, and then when the center official calls them, they can come back in. Sometimes that's rather quickly, and sometimes it's far longer than the player wants.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of times it depends on what kind of play is going on at the time.
Yeah.
They have to wait for a proper break in the action. Looks like he's going to come off. Villatoro, I believe that is.
I believe, yeah, I think they might. They're doing a little bit of a break there, but I think that he is coming off. I think they're going to do a sub for him.
Yeah, I think he really asked to come off. That's why he went down.
Yeah, like I was saying, in these first 40 minutes, he was the hardest working man out there for Dalton United. He's going to be replaced here in the 40th minute. Number 6 is going to replace him. We'll see if I can find some data on who that is. In the meantime, Atlanta City trying to get the ball forward. Quintero, he warns possession. That ball gets knocked out. Just able to keep it in. I hold my words. Atlanta City trying to move quickly. Getting the ball over on that far side. That was a good ball, but the first touch let him down.
Heavy first touch, let him down.
Valverde. Sala. Jimmy. Jimmy sends it forward. Trying to get it to Flowers, but too much pace on that ball. 42 minutes in. Expect to see a little bit of stoppage time. Dalton get us back underway. Hard press by Atlanta City. They earned possession, at least for a moment. Able to control it. Jimmy over to Sala. Sala quickly closed down by 3 Dalton players. Go back to Valverde at center circle. He sends it forward. Chested forward. That was a very impressive attempt there by Arroyo. He kind of used his body, his chest to kind of flick it forward behind him. Jimmy trying to slide it through, not able to find space. Mejia now. He goes over to Valverde. Atlanta City starting to get positive possession here. And just like that, the commentator's curse kicks in. Yellow issued.
It's from earlier, it looks like.
Yeah, I think it was. Pointing. I'm trying to see who that is that was given the yellow.
Yeah, I think it's, can't see the number just yet.
Here in the 44th minute.
Number 9, I believe.
I can't tell if it was, I think it was a 9.
Yeah, I think it's.
That's 2 yellow cards issued at the beginning of this first half, both by Atlanta City.
That was a handball.
Flowers, I think that was more of a handball by Flowers.
Yeah.
He kind of jumped at it with his arms up.
Yeah, it's sort of a peculiar game right now. It started out higher pace with pretty good passing by both teams, but they both kind of lost their discipline a little bit right now. Having trouble trapping the ball, clearing the ball.
I'd be interested to wonder how many, we should have kept a stat for throws today because it's been gangbuster so far. Valverde, far side. Mejia trying to do something with it, loses possession. Wins possession back Atlanta City deep in the third for Dalton, but he goes all the way back to Mejia, 40 yards back. Mejia lifts it forward. Arroyo trying to do another flick towards the on runner on that far side, not able to get it to him, but that ball rolls out, will be another throw. We're in the 45 minutes are over. We're just waiting for stoppage time. If I can see it, I will let you know. I have not seen the center official give a command for how many minutes of stoppage we're going to see. Good move by Valverde. He lifts it forward, not able to get it there, and it's out for a goal kick. Good idea.
That's when you need a Thierry Jules.
Yeah, and maybe that's the problem is, Thierry Jules has so much height that these guys have gotten used to getting those balls a little bit higher and with a little bit more pace than the other guys are able to maintain.
Yeah, and I think that's it. I mean, he could have gotten his head on that one and been a threat. But Atlanta City, for all their pressing and attacking play, have not really been able to breach that Dalton back line.
Jimmy now, he's on the near side here, trying to get fancy with it. Not able to control it. Allows Dalton to take control. Rodriguez, he gets it forward. Slide across. Demichiles, he's running down that far side. Lots of space.
Good run here.
Trying to get it to Quintero. Or more over to number 18, Rodriguez.
That's another one of your throw-ins.
Wasn't Rodriguez, because I can see Rodriguez on the back line. Yeah, these throw-ins are just so. But Villatoro was the one that was doing all those throws.
Yeah. Oh.
Ball lifted across all the way through the box, and it goes out for a throw-in for Atlanta City.
Yeah, half chance gone to waste, unfortunately.
2 minutes into stoppage time. Atlanta City not really had anything to produce in these last 40 minutes. Coach Joao is going to need to have a discussion at halftime and come up with a little bit more of an attack for the second half for Atlanta City.
Yeah, I mean, the pressing has been good. They've been pressuring Dalton and keeping them kind of bottled up at times, but they're not able to really connect for a proper attack in their attacking third.
Sent away by Dalton. Quintero able to send it out, but nobody there. It goes right over to Coach Joao. Thrown back in by Atlanta City quickly. Valverde goes across to Sala, who's able to control it because it had some pace on it. Jimmy receives it, trying to work around the man. He's able to do so. Can't get around the second man, goes out for a throw. Throw. Arroyo. Arroyo trying to do something fancy.
Not a bad
Hit
attempt.
taken by number 9. Tried to give and go, couldn't get it through the 2 men of Dalton, and he gets knocked all the way back to center circle.
Time has got to be getting short here.
Dalton have gone ahead and conceded space and are electing to just defend for the rest of this half. Center official with mouth, holding the whistle, ready to call halftime. And there it is. Halftime here at Duluth High School with a goal from Dalton in the 6th minute. Dalton United find themselves with a 1-0 lead going into halftime. I'm interested to say, Dre, what are your thoughts on that first 45?
It's strangely a bizarre game. Atlanta City, they started on the front foot in the first few minutes, and you thought they were going to just overrun Dalton a little bit. And, you know, chance after chance. I think there was 3 corner kicks in a row. But then Dalton comes right down the other side and score, largely against the run of play. And but since that time, Dalton have looked maybe a step slower than Atlanta City all over the park. And so it's just interesting to see that. And City, for all their pressure and possession that they do have, they can't really formulate a proper attack. I don't think they had one decent shot on goal through the entire first half, although they looked threatening as they approached the goal. So, yeah, I think Coach Jaw is going to have some work to do in the halftime team talk and see if they can muster up a little bit better, at least in the attacking part. And they got to watch themselves in defense because they look vulnerable in defense when Dalton are down there in that attacking area for them.
Well, that's going to do it for the first 45. We will be back for the second half here in a few minutes. So from Duluth High School, score is Dalton United 1, Atlanta City 0. We'll be back in a few moments, folks. Don't go away.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
and bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures!
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Duluth High School here in the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division. Atlanta City FC 0, Dalton United 1. We're here in the first 45. Goals scored in the 6th minute by Mr. Dalton himself. No, that's not just a made-up name. His last name is Dalton. For Dalton United, we look around the scores here in the Premier Division. FC Atlanta, UMAFC over at Silverbacks this afternoon ended in a 2-2 draw. FC Birmingham, they travel over to the Atlanta United Trading Grounds, and they earned a much-needed 2-0 victory. A big swing for Atlanta United when they scored 6 in that first week, and today they get shut out. So big change there for FC Birmingham. Atlanta City and Dalton United is what we're currently at. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. here on ASMG TV, you will see Georgia Athletic SC taking on SSL over at Bay Creek. At 4:30 over on Potros FC's YouTube channel, you will see Potros FC taking on Kalanji Pro Profile. And North Georgia United will be taking on Legends FC up there, Riverbend Park at 7 p.m. And that will wrap up everything that's in the Premier Conference for Week 2. Division 1, they are getting ready to kick off their season this weekend. A few games. And Division 1, as we bring in Andre Bomar again for the second half, and we are underway. Division 1 is where it is at, Dre, because it is chock-a-block full of teams. You now have 2 different groups, the North and the South.
Yeah, and they started action this weekend, a week after the Premier Division started. And it's going to be a slog fest, I think, for this. We have 18 teams in Division 1 right now in 2 different groups, like you say. And
that one hit down
and
it's in! What an opportunity by Arroyo!
Gosh.
What
That's
a
something
mistake!
You don't see every day.
A mistake by the keeper for Dalton United and an absolute screamer from Arroyo, and it's 1-1. Take a look at this yet again. Arroyo can't get to it. Ferreira can't get to it, and it's into the back of the net. Unbelievable. That's the way he wrote it up, Dre. That's absolutely how he wrote it up.
Yeah, it was 100% planned that way. But those are the things that you don't see very often. You know, a ricochet, a bounce, it goes just out of the reach of the goalkeeper and dribbles into the back of the net. So what a way to start the second half for Atlanta City. We go
1-1.
And
here we're only a minute in, and there's no way that was what he was trying to do there.
Yeah, as a goalkeeper, both of us have been goalkeepers. Those are the type of nightmare scenarios you run into. You go to try to clear the ball harmlessly, and there's nothing to it, and all of a sudden, you're all level.
Yeah, and you try to get back, but you just don't have enough to get there. It's all 6s and 7s.
I'm sure it looked like it was in slow motion to him as he tried to vainly get back to that ball and at least try to knock it over the end line there, but to no avail. He ended up in the back of the net along with the ball.
Dalton United with another throw.
What does that do to the game, Larry? That's the one thing they were missing at Atlanta City.
Well, it gives so much confidence to Atlanta City now because they were down and just had no attack.
Yeah, they gave up a goal, a fairly soft goal early on, and then played well to keep Dalton at bay for the rest of the half. You know, and so it seems like they've redeemed themselves a little bit, getting that goal back, starting a new game here, all level. And there's another yellow card
issued there. I
Mysterious.
believe that one's issued to number 14.
Yeah, the mysterious number 14.
Yeah, we still don't know quite who that is in the 48th minute. 3 yellow cards issued so far in this match, all for Atlanta City.
Well, this is just interesting now. 1-1. They got the goal back that they needed to start the second half. What's Dalton going to do? Whoa!
That ball gets through,
He's offside.
but he's going to be called offside.
Offside.
That one being Alejandro, number 16. Really didn't call Alejandro's name much that first half.
That was pretty quiet.
Malaga will get us back underway.
Dalton's going to have to recover now and look forward. I mean, you could dwell on that mistake, but you got time to think about that later. You got to get back into this game, try to get back on top from their point of view.
Valverde goes back to Malaga. Malaga, not the best clearance, but he's able to do so. Mejia, he gets it enough over to get it to be cleared.
I see Dalton attempting to press a little bit more now, second half.
Nice ball, trying to lift it over the top.
Oh, miscued.
Miscued, shot
Oh!
taken. What a shot in the back of the net.
Oh, my
Mistake
gosh.
by Atlanta City leads to an absolute rip
Oh, the defender
by
whiffed.
Van de Essens. Welcome to the club, young man.
A defender whipped on that clearance, completely missed the ball, and it just gift wrapped it for the attempt on goal there, and boom, just like that, Dalton are back into it. Hashtag response time.
You see here, this ball just bouncing around, trying to clear it, not able to do it, and Van de Essen just rips it right at Malaga, top of the bar, and nothing he can do, and it's now 2-1 Dalton United. Great, like we say, hashtag response time.
Well, I guess that answers my question, though, is what will Dalton do? They're going to pounce on their own mistake. You know, they're two of the last goals have come from mistakes from both sides. Somebody lost a shin guard.
Not only did the ball get sent away, so did a shin guard. Mejia, he's looking for a path forward. He's able to do so, gets it forward, but cleared by Dalton United. Back to Valverde. Mejia trying to get his men forward. That ball sent forward, number 19.
Well, it seems like, Larry, I think the game is going to kind of get wide open at this point. And it's hard to know who's going to really get on top. I mean, both sides are making critical mistakes. Both sides are giving up possession pretty easily in some instances. And here comes, he's onside, says
He is onside, says the AR. Luckily, that pace of Atlanta City's defense able to overwhelm him and get it forward.
Yeah, that was a slight opportunity for Dalton.
You know, we haven't really called Boitanda's name a lot, number 11. He was...
Yeah, he's been vital in the
he was the
game
only
this past
he was
week.
he was the only goal scorer for for Dalton United in that 6-1 defeat.
Ooh.
Atlanta City working out of the back. Trying to work up that far side. It's out. It'll be a throw for Dalton United.
Oh, he's going to walk it
Malaga,
in.
he's able to just control it.
Came up that left side. They're getting back there. Like I said, the thing that worries me about Atlanta City is once the Dalton players are in that attacking third, they look like they're getting in unmolested. They have free reign, and they're going to have to close that off because they could turn this into a rout real easy if that's not handled.
Some arm fighting there between both teams. Foul called on Demichiles, number 13. That ball sent all the way out. It'll be a goal kick. Atlanta City trying to find a path forward. That ball gets cut off by Demichiles. All the way back to the back line for Dalton United. They're working down this near side, controlled. Slotted it through Quintero. If he could have got a touch on that, he would have had a beautiful opportunity, and he just elects to let that ball roll.
Yeah, that seems to be the danger that's happening right now. It's that final ball that they're missing, but boy, if they really connect on that, Dalton can really make this a long second half for Atlanta City.
Malaga gives it to Valverde. Cut off. Dalton moving through. Slotted across to Quintero. Oh, nothing he can do. Malaga is just sat still, and Quintero finally gets his goal.
That's what I mean. I've said it. You started to see that develop as Dalton, start to get that sort of sneak through to the back line of Atlanta City. Atlanta City don't have an answer.
You see here, Demichiles is just running through the two defenders, slides it over to Quintero. Quintero does, and nothing that Malaga just cannot get down with enough pace.
Wow, this is what I mean. The danger for Atlanta City here is that they're going to have to solve that back line. They're going to solve that defense. They're fine going forward, although they're missing that final ball. But right now, when Dalton has that nose towards goal in the final attacking third, they look like they're unstoppable.
Substitute coming on for Atlanta City. Back underway. Flowers gives it back to Mejia. That goal coming in the 56th minute.
Yeah, this is critical now for Atlanta City.
That ball goes out, be a throw for Dalton. Lost control here on this near side, but able to press enough for Dalton to make a mistake. Trying to do something on that far side. Pressed, and there's going to be another yellow. This one now in the 59th minute going to be issued to number 20, Flowers. And these yellow cards are starting to rack up for Atlanta City. This is their 4th yellow card of the match, Dre.
Yeah, a little bit of indiscipline here. I think it's more they're a little bit off center. They're clumsy in the challenge, and it's causing sort of that ability to gain those yellow cards unwittingly, you know.
Malaga gets us back underway. Mejia, he's working his way up the pitch. He sends the ball forward. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta City, deep in the Dalton United third. Dalton United able to win possession. I believe offsides was called. Sent forward by Dalton. And that one, foul going to be issued. I'm sure there's another yellow coming there, Dre. And indeed there is. That one's going to be issued to number 2.
Causing a little bit of tension on the sideline. And the
Sala.
Dalton player staying down.
Here in the 61st minute.
Referee's going to go talk to the player. I mean, we've seen this developing, and you know, as the half has gone on, and Atlanta City seemed to have lost a little bit of that discipline with those yellow cards. But I think, too, since halftime, they really have degraded in the performance in defense. You know, it was shaky in the first half, but I think the second half, I don't know, they just don't seem like they're matching up too well to what Dalton's trying to throw at them.
Looks like he's getting treated for a high thigh injury.
It was a tough little challenge.
Trying to get the players back on the pitch and getting this game back underway, as the player that's getting treatment is off the sidelines.
Yeah, referee's coming back now.
And it's going to be a free kick to get us back underway, almost on center line on the far side. Back underway. Offsides is going to be the call. It's going to be called a
Corner kick.
Corner kick. My apologies. I thought it was going to be called a. An offsides, but
Another scoring opportunity, though, for Dalton.
here comes an outswinger. Dalton cleared away by Atlanta City. Dalton. Atlanta City trying to press. That ball sent forward. Cleared out, will be a throw. Thrown in. Atlanta City trying to get their way through. Flowers and Mejia trying to work together, not able to do so. All the way back to Malaga. Valverde now sends it forward. Mejia. He has to go back.
Tenacious and closing down.
It's one thing that Atlanta City didn't need, Dre. They didn't need Dalton to have this much confidence right now.
Yeah.
Here's an opportunity. Ball gets sent forward by deflection, but Dalton were able to control it, or at least for a moment. This ball just not really being controlled by either squad. Good little nutmeg there, but just a horrible pass.
Bad pass back. Although they're going to get the foul call.
And this is going to be a free kick for Atlanta City. Only about 13, 14 yards out of the 18, Dre. Mejia deflected off the wall. Wall did his job. Mejia lifts it in.
Oh.
Arroyo heads it, and he heads it off to the side. It's out for a goal kick.
Couldn't direct a header. It was an opportunity, though. Chance for Atlanta City to get, they need to draw a goal back pretty soon now. Time's going to become a factor for them.
Sent forward. Finding its way through the defense. Valverde just has to send it out. Goes down that far side and it gets knocked out for a throw for Dalton.
67th minute, 3-1. And it's a sort of an uphill battle right now for Atlanta City. Dalton United, again, getting into sort of an attacking posture here. This is where they've been very dangerous, those long throws that you mentioned earlier.
Long throw into the box, headed, bounces. Malaga able to get enough on it and control it. He quickly sends it forward to Arroyo, but two defenders are there to just usher that out for a throw. Back underway. Dalton United closing space well.
Atlanta City they seem to lack teeth, and I wonder if the missing Jaden Camus is a big factor in this.
Yeah, I saw him down there before the match. I don't know why he's not in.
It's a mystery. I don't know if there's an injury issue or some other.
Here's an opportunity. Jimmy trying to find a path of least resistance. Has to go all the way back to the defense.
Actually, I haven't seen a lot of Noel at all in this game. played such a pivotal part last week against Legends. But not today.
And that one's knocked out via Dalton throw.
We'll see what
Dalton
happens.
right about mid-table, midfield. Making his way to the box, but just able to clear that is Atlanta City up to Flowers. Flowers has got to be careful. He's on a yellow. Dalton know that. They got men just swarming him.
Wow. It's getting desperate times now for Atlanta City. They seem not to have any. They seem not to have any answers. So this Dalton attack, let's see, coming. Oh,
Here's a shot, and it's in the back of the net. Easily controlled and put away by Dalton United, and it's now 4-1.
Boy, what a turnaround from last week, as they now look like they're unstoppable in that attacking area down there. Atlanta, like I said before, Atlanta City just don't have an answer.
That
when
goal
Dalton
coming
get down
from number 7, Van de Essens, his second of the night. We take a look at this one again. You see here, working up the near side here is Dalton United. And this ball gets sent into the box. He's able to control it, and then one time into the back of the net. Nothing Malaga to do. It is 4-1 Dalton United. Now they're starting to really pull away with this match, Dre.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing that, you know, we discussed earlier. Atlanta's inability to cope with what Dalton's doing to them in the attacking area of the field, and it's shown through now. And there's been a serious lack of finishing an attack.
Into the box.
Ooh.
All the way out.
All the way through.
And it'll be out for a throw for Dalton.
Yeah, Atlanta City's done really well with pressing and trying to pressure Dalton at certain times in the game. They've been trying to hold possession and passing, but they just haven't connected at all. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens for the rest of this match, but it looks like it's too far gone for Atlanta City right now. They're going to have to maybe mitigate the goal difference situation that's going on. Because that can be a factor at the end of the season.
Definitely so, because, I mean, I think Dalton United was embarrassed last week from Atlanta United, and they wanted to make a point tonight, and they definitely have done so far. Atlanta City, they just so far haven't looked like they have enough, you know, enough teeth. They're just a paper tiger tonight.
Yeah, and I you know, like you mentioned earlier, I don't know what's going on with Camus Jaden. I don't know what's going on with Thierry Jules. Two very vital attacking forces that they generally have. But I'm sure that that's a factor in this, their lack of ability to, you know, make a threat as they go forward. And defense, big questions for Joao. He's going to have to answer to that because they've looked shaky all game. They weren't as exposed in the first half because they were spending more time attacking. They were able to hold on to possession, but that's dried up now. Dalton's figured that out. And now it's just wave after wave.
And here comes a substitution. Van de Essens' day's done. He has a brace. Throw coming in. Headed down, but it headed right at Malaga. He gets it back underway quickly. And he's just sending these balls forward, hoping that Arroyo is going to get onto it. And so far, it just hasn't been the case, Dre.
Yeah, so winging a prayer right now. They're trying anything to get that ball away from their own goal, I think. and maybe a little bit of magic could happen.
I have to see if I can determine who came on for Dalton for Van de Essen, number 7. I believe it could have been number 10. I believe that's who came on.
Ooh.
And that ball just gets knocked out, will be a goal kick.
Tried for a spectacular and got it vastly wrong there. 74th minute. 3-goal deficit is going to be very, very difficult to overcome in the best of times. And, you know, this isn't the best of times for Atlanta City right now.
Frank Herrera, number 10, is who came on for Van de Essen.
Well, this will change their fortunes for Dalton United after such a heavy defeat last week against Atlanta United. Atlanta United dropped a game today against FC Birmingham. And so from week to week, strange things can happen. You just have to line up
and get ready.
And try it every week and see what happens.
What we saw last season, Dre, where we saw anything can happen, where we were seeing wholesale changes in the table week to week as the season went on. You were seeing those wholesale changes. You were seeing, you look at UMA and North Georgia, who started the season at the bottom of the table, and by the end of the season they find themselves, UMA losing out of the playoffs by 1 point to Atlanta City, and North Georgia being in the middle of the table in the freedom zone.
Yeah, I mean, it was so close. Curled
Malaga with a beautiful save, but I believe that ball hit. Yeah, that ball was knocked out. It hit the American ball post, and it's out for a corner.
Fingertip save there. Or it could have been 5 right there. But here's another scoring opportunity for Dalton on this corner. See what they can do.
And this is going to be an in-swinger. Taken low, cleared away by Atlanta City. Sent back in. Malaga able to control it. He sends it forward down this near side, and that ball's just hit forward and nothing that Jimmy could do. Substitutes coming on for Atlanta United. And unfortunately, we are very light when it comes to documentation for these changes, so not much we can do. We can tell you the Flowers' day is done. Being on a yellow card, that was probably the best choice for Coach Joao.
Yeah, I think it's a situation right now you got to be cutting your losses a little bit. Just try to maintain, get through this rest of this game without any more damage. You know, another goal for Atlanta City would help with that goal difference equation that could factor in at the end of the season, so you still have to play the ball.
Today has been an absolute perfect day for the likes of FC Birmingham and Dalton United, because they're both finding themselves shooting, Birmingham shooting themselves all the way up. Malaga is going to get a yellow card there.
Just a
for that little challenge,
City.
that little senseless challenge there.
Yeah. It's going to have to be a hard reset here, I think, for Atlanta City this week in training as they get ready for next week's action, because this has been a disaster for them today. Their home opener at their new venue.
Yeah, they had a decent match with that 2-2 draw with Legends. And
yes.
Unfortunately today, not going the way that Coach Joao was expecting it to. And they're going to find themselves on the wrong side of this result. Like I was saying, FC Birmingham, they found themselves shot all the way up into second place. Dalton United right now, they find themselves into 4th place, but if they can continue, they can try to clean up some of that goal differential.
Yeah, they've done quite a lot of it now, and
Substitution.
you never really think Dalton's going to be in trouble as far as, competing for honors in this division. But, when you start off like that, it can be something that can dampen your spirit a little bit and cause you to, really question yourself. But I tell you what, watching FC Birmingham defeat Atlanta United today tells you a lot about the competition and the level of competitiveness in this division. It's like anybody can win at any time.
Yeah, we've always stated how strong the teams are here in the Georgia Conference.
He just lost the ball there at Atlanta City. I'm not sure. I think he lost his footing, or.
And there's a foul committed.
Bad foul.
And
another
a yellow card going to be issued to number 8, Mejia, for Atlanta City. So that is.
How many? We all lost count now.
7th yellow card. Almost everybody on the squad has got a yellow card.
Nice. Just one of those games, It's just unfortunate. Your home opener and new digs and this happens. But you are playing Dalton United, the defending champions, but you are the defending playoff champions. And
yeah, they had an absolute, and maybe that's a little bit of this. Dalton wanting a little bit of retribution with Atlanta City coming in and defeating them at home, and it was a 4-1, or no, it was 4-1.
Yeah,
and then we went late into that match, and they let 2 goals in, and it ends up being 4-3.
Well, I tell you what, they got their their revenge completely, I think, so far. And here again, another easy steal in the middle.
Quintero trying to work his way around the man, not able to do so. But Atlanta City just give it right back, just without any conviction in the midfield there.
Yeah, they're no longer playing as a team. It's sort of just pitched battles all over the field. Like I say, Coach Joao is a good coach. He's going to have a lot of work to do in training this week. I'm sure they'll be looking at game film and trying to see where they went wrong. Don't know what's going on with the personnel situation with Jaden and Jules, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. If they return, though, that can make quite a difference in the fortunes for Atlanta City.
Definitely. When these two teams battled against each other in the regular season last season in the fall, it ended in a 2-2 draw. And then Atlanta City was able to win, just go on that Cinderella run in the playoffs and defeat the likes of Kalanji Pro Profile, Atlanta United, and Dalton United. Probably the greatest run of a playoff team that we've ever seen. Unfortunately, they fell in the first round to St. Louis City Academy, who made it all the way to the finals of the national playoffs and lost to Chiriaco FC, our national champions.
Yeah, I mean, that was the one question, Larry, that I had as far as Atlanta City coming back into this season here is, will they be able to build on their success from last season? And what will happen, because a lot of the teams are rebuilding themselves as well, so it's not like, they can just automatically take the next step up. They still have to compete against teams that are improving as well.
Definitely so. You look at this season so far, depending on what happens with the 2 matches next week, or tomorrow, excuse me, you've got Potros FC taking on Kalanji Pro Profile.
Yeah. That's another question mark, is Kalanji, as we see them trying to draw a foul here.
Georgia Athletics going to be taking on SSL at 4 o'clock. Potros is taking on Kalanji at 4:30. And North Georgia United is taking on Legends FC.
Well, that's going to be an interesting one. North Georgia against Legends.
Because you can easily, if Kalanji and Georgia Athletic, if they're able to win, they will shoot themselves up into first and second place.
Yeah, that would be something else with a promoted team, and the way that you're in the mix with Atlanta United and Dalton United and Kalanji there, and
another substitute ready to come on for Dalton. Dalton has been making several changes over these last few minutes as we're in the 84th minute. The newly entered player is going to give the throw. Dalton working down that line. Newly entered player able to control it, but able to knock it out for a throw.
It's deep though. Hard to get a throw. Oh,
controlled it. He's able to. Shot taken, and that one's knocked out to be a goal kick.
It's always, when you're back with a throw in like that, it's always hard when you have a pressing team to get that out. And they're dropping back now. Atlanta City is going to have a little room to work with here to try to work their way back up the field.
Top 7 teams of the regular season, once we're all done, they move on to the playoffs. The bottom 2 teams, they're relegated to Division 1.
Division winner gets a first round bye in the division playoffs. And the first round of the playoffs will be the high seed home field, but the semifinal and final, we're going to probably be at one of the well-known venues there. They'll be announced later. Could be MOBA, could be another place.
It's going to be a free kick given to Atlanta City. Sent into the box and cleared out by Dalton. Put back forward is by Atlanta City. But lose possession. Now Dalton on the march, but lose possession and taken down right at midway of the center circle, Mejia.
I think all that Atlanta can look for right now is a consolation goal if they can grab it.
That ball gets lifted,
Ooh,
and the keeper's able to control it.
Took a little
Almost
weird bounce
a collision there.
Yeah. Almost squirmed its way over the goalkeeper's head there and could have gone in. But he's able to snag it.
And they're going to call a semi-foul
there. Oh, yeah. Dalton on the break again. He's onside. And he's
hit a handball.
It's come off his hand, yeah.
I saw that deflect.
Yep.
Atlanta City get us back underway here. 87 minutes in. Dalton United 4, Atlanta City FC 1. It's getting cooler here at Duluth High School. We're still in the throes of the newly entered spring, so we're still seeing days and a little bit of a scuffle there.
Yeah, Dalton, player was holding on to the ball. Atlanta City wanted to put it back into play quickly, and little handbags here. Gamesmanship from Dalton United.
We're still seeing nights in the upper 30s, so it's still getting chilly, but the 70s and 50 lows in the 50s are coming fast. We'll be here in no time.
It's going to get a little talking to.
Just a little bit of a, Haggerty is saying, hey, look, you guys are up by 3. It's only about 5 minutes left. Just
no need for those shenanigans.
Yeah, just cool your jets. You got a 2-hour drive home.
Yeah, take your W with some class. you
Yeah.
know.
Have an opportunity to stop by Buc-ee's on the way home to Dalton. Get you some jerky and something to drink.
Yeah, take a picture with Bucky. Oop. Put back into play quickly there.
I think that's one of the detriments that I think Coach Joao needs to talk to the boys during training this week. One of the faults that I've seen so far in this match is Atlanta City is trying to get back underway too quickly. And they're not allowing everyone to get set and to get, and more often than not, they're just giving away possession.
Yeah, that does seem to be an issue there. You know, they're trying to get it back in to maybe get the opponent off balance, but they're actually getting themselves off balance because they're not ready. And that has been a problem, particularly in attack. He's on.
Here's a chance. Malaga was able to trace that, control it.
But once again, very threatening from Dalton. They had players up there and had a decent or half chance.
Frere just elects to just clear that ball out for a throw for Atlanta City. Again, here it is, taken quickly, and they just give it away. And again,
Dalton playing their game. Clears it down, a few more seconds. Critical seconds go off the clock.
As we're getting closer to the 90th minute, we'll see how much of a stoppage time center official will allow.
90th minute, we probably won't have that much.
We had that match over at Silverbacks Park a few hours ago where there were 4 minutes of stoppage time in the second half, and it ended up being more like 10 minutes because of some injuries and time wasting. 3 minutes is what it looked like I saw him hold up.
Yeah, I think it might be 3 minutes. It's about right, I think.
That sounds right to me. I'm good with that.
Oh, nice little break here.
Here's an opportunity down that far side, but the ball just too far forward.
Yeah, last pass was a bit much, a little heavy.
Sent out, but back underway. Dalton electing more just to kind of send that ball forward and let Malaga kill the clock himself, trying to obtain it and move it back forward.
Yeah, like I say, Atlanta City is going to be given away.
Dalton, again, you see here, they're just electing to just flick the ball forward into Malaga's possession, allow Atlanta City to kill the clock for themselves.
City, of course, they just want to get another goal, just try to do something with that goal difference. Consolation goal.
Atlanta City. Jimmy just hasn't really had any success tonight.
No, he's been taken out. He's been marked out of the game. And he doesn't have that outlet over to Jaden or Jules. It's just not developing for Atlanta City.
Mejia. Valverde trying to do something. Has to give it to Jimmy. And he's just tries to send it forward to the on runner on that far side, but it's again just too far forward. Frere's able to control it. We enter the last minute of the 3 minutes of extra time. Headed back to Malaga. He's able to control it. You can see Valverde is stretching.
Yeah, I think he's cramping up a bit, I think. Cold weather. Sure is a factor in those tired legs.
And that ball gets knocked out. It'll be a throw taken by Atlanta City, and
can't unlock that Dalton defense.
Mejia making the turn, looking for somewhere to go. Lifted towards the box, not onto a man, and cleared out by Dalton. Cleared away by Dalton.
That's a lottery ball down the middle.
Will be a throw for Atlanta City.
Must be in the last few seconds here.
Is just about gone, Dre. Coach Joao is going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, again, I just don't see the teamwork aspect there. Oh, he's going to have a little chance off to the left side.
As they'll be home to FC Birmingham next week.
There we go.
That is it, folks. We end the game 4-1, Dalton United over Atlanta City. Unfortunately, Atlanta City in their home opener in the losers bracket, not what they wanted to see here at Duluth High School. Definitely a great venue for football, just not the way that Atlanta City wanted it to go.
Yeah, disappointing outing for Atlanta City, and a lot of question marks for Coach Joao to address in training this week, because they look a shadow of the team that won the division last season in this game today. They played well last week against the Legends, a team that has vastly improved, but I think there's a personnel change that they didn't seem to have the chemistry today, and the game devolved into just pitch battles all over the field instead of teamwork. And so we'll see what happens next weekend. They could just bring it all back together and start challenging again. But what a result for Dalton United. You know, that's the kind of win that they needed after the disappointment from last week against Atlanta United. And then with Atlanta United dropping points today against FC Birmingham, the title race is right back on after week 2.
And like I said, next week Atlanta City is home to FC Birmingham. Dalton United is home to Legends FC. So this is opportunity for Dalton United to continue the run, but they've got to take on Coach Wozniak's Legends FC, a new revamped team. We'll get to see a little bit more of them tomorrow. Atlanta City, a little bit of work that Coach Joao is going to have to do to see it on. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Duluth High School. You've been watching ASMG TV. Andre Bomar, Krishna Bomar, Larry Weaver, we say thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on the pitch.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.